Mattman 20,006 here. Now we're going to do a little bit of a view of what we've done so far with the computer in the previous episode that we did with looking into the upgrading some parts. Like I said, I was in Best Buy earlier today and we got it all done. This is going to be this might be like I said, this is going to be a few part episode as well. So I just undid the screws that you have for the glass. I'm going to take this glass off just so I can show you kind of what we did. And I'll use that new light that I just showed off so you can see in here. Hopefully it's not too glaring. And so what they did, don't go out. Yeah, that's better. I was not sure how to do this with the light. I like this light; it's very nice. So, yes, I'm gonna go handheld with this. I am using my headset still. Okay, so in here you can see in the previous episode that we kind of did, you couldn't see me, but this is where I unscrewed. It's now blurring. This right here is where I unscrewed before. And that was where one of my hard drives were. And then over here is where the second hard drive is. Now, this is where the new hard drive, the new terabyte SSD is. It's in this spot here. So we did, they did do that. And then they also, if you look at the fan, look how nice and neat that looks. So they did a little dusting there. They put the paste on the processor, and they rehooked it up. So everything else is good to go. They said they updated the BIOS on the motherboard. Now the interesting thing, I did not know this, and some of the people at Best Buy didn't know this, is if your motherboard actually takes your Windows key and stores it there. So as long as you keep the same motherboard, you shouldn't have to buy a new Windows operating system because it is built into the motherboard, which I didn't know. So the other thing is I was able to save the money that I would have normally bought a new, Windows 10 or Windows 11, which we did install Windows 11, they said. That's what they installed. Whatever. We'll work around it. We'll see how it is. So we got the graphic card still there. Everything else, they rehooked up the other connection that I had to disable, which was this down here. The little plate here. There's a plate here that goes from here to over there, and they reconnected that up. I just couldn't do it. It was very hard to get it in there. And like I said, they made sure it was all working. They updated the drivers on the motherboard so we can support Windows 11. Because before I took the computer in, I noticed that the computer wasn't going to be able to support. When I was getting all the stuff off the computer, it said it couldn't support Windows 11. Well, I found out that why it couldn't support it is because the BIOS had to be updated. So they did that as well. It was worth them to fix it. But like I said, they did do they did the fans. They said I did a good job at getting all the dust out of here. But that is what they did. It took them all afternoon. Like I said, I was there for about 5-6 hours. I do work there, so they got it done so I could, get it back in the same day. But yeah, I mean, it's a little dusty still. But you can see that a lot of the stuff in there is back where it should be. And that is just a quick review of what they did. Like I said, we did put Windows 11 on there. So after I did this video here, which is almost done at this point. This is a nice light. It is bright enough. I think it's a little brighter than my other one. I can show you the other one at a later time. But yeah, so that's basically what they did. Now I'm gonna put this back on here and move on with the next videos to do. So there's gonna be a lot of videos. I'm gonna have to edit them all. There's going to be a whole bunch of videos. Like I said, this is just a whole entire series, I guess I could call it. But yeah, we're going to re-tighten this on. we're not gonna power it on because, like I said, they did install Windows 11 Home on the computer. I just want to do a quick video just to show you that they, what they did and explain, what they did, kind of. I did talk to the guys, when I was waiting for it, and they did tell me that I didn't have to buy any Windows stuff because it was on the BIOS. Now, I did not know that, and I guess they didn't know that either. So it was kind of good that they found out before I had to buy a Windows key, which is $135. The only reason I know that is I looked at getting one as I was there, because they said you might need it. We just don't know. But yeah, so that's the computer. I'm gonna bring it back up. Oh, I just set it on there just so you can see it. And as you can see on the back, still everything is good back here. So if you're wondering what USB 3s are, I guess I can put this down here. The USB 3s are these blue ones. These are the newer ones, I believe, across from those. So yeah, so we got the I think they're like SSD quality, so you can put an SSD in them. But yeah, so I got four of the regular USB 3, regular ones. Then we have two of the higher ones here, here, and then on my grabber card, as you can see down here, oopsie, down here we got the HDMI and the another HDMI and another cord. This light is really nice. I like that it moves, it tilts. The other one did tilt, except it clamped on, which sometimes the clamp would just come off. So, but yeah, so you can see in there in the fan, you can see how nice and neat it's in there. So yeah, they did a really good job with this as well. I'm gonna bring this back around to the front, and you can kind of see the front now. You can see that window back there. It's still somewhat light out, but not as much as it was before. You can see there's not much dust down there. But yeah, I mean, overall, now I gotta work on dusting that computer, where the computer goes, and then we'll set up the computer, do a setup process with updating the drivers and getting all that good stuff going. I don't know if I'll do that on camera, because the updates usually do take a bit of time. So I might do the updates first. I'll set it up. I'll show you what my setup looks like. I'm going to be moving a lot of the hard drives anyway off the desk so I can, use that duster thing. This thing is just awesome how, like, it just blows it all over. So I'm going to be doing that on the desk. I'm going to move all my hard drives off because I got, like, a lot of terabyte hard drives. So I'm going to move all that stuff off. Continue that. I'll move this light over there because it's a very powerful light, especially with all those different light sensitivities. And we'll go from there. So there will be more videos. It might be a late, I'm getting these videos probably going to be up late or even tomorrow at this point. But yeah, we got a few more videos to do. We're going to do some videos on how to set up the computer stuff, how to get, all the programs I use up and running, like Premiere, Photoshop, those kind of programs. There's a whole bunch of programs I use that I will have to install, like OBS, Streamlabs to OBS. I'll have to set all that stuff up. I'm probably going to install them first and do a setup later on because it's going to take a long time to get these videos up. I currently do have a little bit of time before anything does happen, but there's a lot of work to be done behind the computer, underneath the computer with all this dust that is in the room. So I'm going to go do some dustification. I'm not going to show that off in the video, but there's a lot of dust over there. And we'll move on from that. I'm going to get new hard drives installed. We'll do all that fancy stuff in a little bit. But that, hopefully you enjoyed this little, update on the computer. And then we'll, like I said, we'll set it up. Everything else is looking good. I mean, they did a very good job at the Geek Squad in DeWitt. It's the only Best Buy around here. Us is DeWitt. And until then, I'm going to say what I normally say in my other videos, and that is, bye-bye for now.